Alright, last time we made this little button challenge which spawns a sock. This time we're gonna be talking about some warps and checkpoints. So first I'm gonna go over to Blender. I'm gonna make a very quick model. Do a circle, size it up. Actually, before I size it up, I want to reduce how round it is, and then we'll size it up. Press F to connect this stuff, and then I'm going to extrude it down, and then I'll select this bottom face, do a quick bevel, make it look a little more platformy. Cool. Separate this top so that we can give it a nice little texture, which we're going to add now. So we have two of these. Image texture, connect. I have one for some grass, and I have another for some purple rocks. So texture, connect, open, purple rock. Okay, so now we have two of these. This one will be grass. Obviously, it's not textured yet, but I clicked on the wrong one. I clicked on this. I don't know how to hide this. Okay. UV map that. Click everything. Oh, right. I have it separate. Okay. There we go. Very basic platform. Maybe you want that to look a little better. Zoom it out a little bit. There we go. So I have basic platform. We can export this. Name it. Cool. Go import it. We already have the two textures in here, so all we need is the model. So we import model, generate a simp. We'll make it a ledge grab simp platform. Cool. So now we have our platform. We're going to copy it, remove. Cool. Save that. Come over here. And we'll place this somewhere out in the open. So obviously, that we're on the sock template. Oops. Here we go. So it's not the biggest platform ever, but we can resize it to be larger if we really want to. And we made this very far away. So how are we going to get there? Well, we're going to have to use some teleports to get there. So we can have another button. Place it on this wall. We rotate it 90. Wrong 90. Still not wrong 90. There we go. There we go. So we have our button. Gonna make it a little larger. And this button's gonna take us over there. So we need to make a portal. So stage controllers. Oh, you can add it in here actually. Portal. And this portal needs a few things. So the level we're in Gooligan 7. Need a marker, which is another template. We'll add a marker. And if we click on this marker, we see our gizmos normal. So this is 0 degrees. I think that'll be fine if I move it over some. So we have that. And we have our button. Maybe you want to make this not able to be bold. Right now I can change some of those, but it doesn't really matter. Button press. Teleport player. And then you type your portal name. And that'll let us teleport over there. So now we also want a checkpoint too. We can go to stage items, and we can have an invisible checkpoint. Whenever we spawn in here now, we have a checkpoint in here. And let's say we want one over here too. Why not? So if we come over here, we can also get another checkpoint. So we got two checkpoints. Save this. And also, let's say if we fall out of the map, we want the player to get grabbed. So you can place a trigger, box trigger, move it down, give it just a little bit of depth, and we can start resizing this. So make it nice and big to cover all the map. Oh, I went out of this skybox. Okay, there you go. Very large. Open this up. And then we type player, out of bounds, SpongeBob. And whenever you type SpongeBob, this also means Patrick and it just means a player as a whole, regardless of who you're playing as. So if you give shiny objects to SpongeBob, it'll go to Sandy and it'll also go to Patrick. So we have that. We have our checkpoint. Let's follow the map real quick. Say we messed up on the slide. Get grabbed. And we have our checkpoint now. And let's say we want to get teleport over here. Now this takes us over here. Fall off the map again. We have a new checkpoint. And it'll checkpoint us right back over here. So now we have portals, we have checkpoints. And we have a whole second area we can work with now. Really, I don't really know what else to cover. Like, you can add your own enemies, you can add, you know, challenges for pickups and whatever. You can add all of this stuff, throw fruits for Patrick. Really, like, these templates are your biggest help. If I want to make a bus stop work, I select bus stop and I place that, and boom, that's it. Teleport box. Let's say you want to make backtracking a little easier. Place one box here. Place one box here. I'm gonna edit these. Boom, boom. Teleport box. You type teleport box 01. Copy that. And you do the opposite for that. 02. So now, when we enter these, they're gonna pop us out in the wrong spots entirely, which is gonna happen. But we can actually rotate it too. So we have our box. Teleport. Get another box. So now, whenever we enter this, we're gonna be launched into this wall, which is not what we want. So now, I'm gonna hide this trigger so I don't click on it accidentally. We have our teleport box. We can rotate this some. 45, which is not, that will put us in the wall, so we want like the opposite. Want it to put us out here. Camera angle can be 45-degree camera angle. And this one, you can check the other side. We can rotate that one too if we really want. So it'll be 90, 80, 70. We want 270, which will put us sideways. And we can also put the camera angle sideways. Now the boxes won't always match in game. For some reason, they only have like a certain amount they can be rotated. I don't know why. Like this one in the editor, the big side without the flaps is here, but in game that doesn't happen. I don't know why. But we have our things. Now it launches us out where we specified, and this one will also launch us out where we specified. So there's some quick teleport boxes. Maybe over here we want, what other stage items do we have? There's so much you can do here. Bungees. I'm not entirely sure how bungees work, honestly. I barely know myself, so I'm not gonna, you know, show that off when I don't know it. Pressure plates are like buttons, but you stand on them. Throw fruits and freeze fruits uses Patrick. Texas Hitch uses Sandy. Bungees uses Bob. Having platforms are just platforms that can move around. Springboard is like a trampoline. Oh yeah, let's cover that. Let's cover springboard, because that's actually a kind of big one. So we'll import a model with a springboard. Let's see, is there one in here? There's not, so it'd be in the other one. So yeah, let's place a springboard down. Try to show off how to use one of these. So these they're difficult to use. So this one doesn't use motion. It'll use this plat specific. And we have a few different things here. So we have heights. These don't really matter too much. If you want to slam on it as SpongeBob, you can get more height. But maybe, what if we want this to send us back to over here? Now, this is going to be weird, but this is its default direction, 0, 0, 0. So this would be X, and this would be Z. So if we're going this way, we need the Z to be negative. And you would think, wow, 2 isn't much. Like, you would think 2 would only send you on the island itself, but 2 could probably overshoot this entire island, honestly. But we'll try it. So there's that. And maybe I want some X. So we'll go like 0.5. And then we'll do 2Y. So save this. Go test out how it works. I'm going to save state so I can get some information. So yeah, that's just 2. That is 2, by the way. That's just 2, so 2 is way too much. I'm going to have to lower that down some. And 0.5 is also way more than I wanted, so I'll do like 0.2. And honestly, 1.5 should be fine. So I'm going to hide this. Go in here, keep this open. I turned off the bowl, so we can't do that, but yeah, we'll save this now. And even 1.5 is still overshooting it, so we'll want a 1. And yeah, springboards, these trampolines are a lot of just trying it over and over and over and over, because there's no way to really approximate distance. Like, trampolining into this box could be 0.01. A very, very, very tiny number. Like, even 0.2 overshoots the box, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it would be an incredibly small number. So we'll try this out again. And it looks like R1 is still overshooting it a lot. What do you like? 0.8. Not -8, but -0.85. And we'll do like 0.1 to hopefully land in the middle. Yeah, it's just, this is probably the most trial and error thing for modding, is springboards, because there's no way to guess it in the editor how far the distance is. So look at this. And honestly, that works fine. I'm happy with that. So we have our teleport box working, we have some checkpoints working, we have the trampoline working. I can make this button reset itself. Do 1. And maybe I don't want it to turn green whenever it's pressed, so it will stay red. So we could do that. Also with the trampolines, there's some more options, so go down here. Settings. We can have the camera gets locked down, and you can also have it so you cannot move around with it, so that you can't, you know, jump and overshoot, or you can't undershoot it or whatever. So if we do this again, now it will lock the camera down, and it'll put us right at our spot. So as you notice, our skybox isn't the best. We got a half dome. Most skyboxes in the game are full domes, where it's like a full, you know, the full coverage. So this one was not, but honestly, you make your maps however you want. So I gave you the basics of map making, and even then I still went kind of in depth. So this is just what you want for a basic level. If you want to start doing more advanced stuff, honestly, what I did is I just guessed, and I just, you know, experimented with it and played around. And that's probably the best way to mod and learn modding, is just playing around with it until you understand it. There's the modding Discord, you can ask for help. There's the Heavy Iron modding website, the wiki. which has a few tutorials and it goes more in depth on what each different asset is. There's all sorts of resources, but yeah, I think I am done with this series now, so thank you for sticking through. At least making a level from scratch, the basics. I'm sure I can make more videos about very specific things, but like overall, this is just the basics. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got.